Have you ever woken up feeling fine, only to suddenly feel off? A little dizzy, a bit weak, like something just isn't right? If you're over 60, I want you to pause and really listen to that feeling, because those quiet moments could be early warnings your brain is giving you. Stroke isn't always dramatic. Sometimes it starts in silence, a small shift, a forgotten word, a stumble, and then your speech slurs. Your body won't move the way it should. Hi, and welcome to Vital 365. I'm not here to scare you. I'm here to give you the tools to protect what matters most: your brain, your independence, your future. Because here's the truth. Strokes don't always happen suddenly. They often build over time through the little things we do every day, especially in the morning. And yes, that includes habits that seem harmless, even healthy. But there's good news. A few small changes in your morning routine can significantly lower your risk. In today's video, we'll go through 7 of the most common morning mistakes many seniors make without realizing, and more importantly, what you can do instead to stay sharp, steady, and safe. If this resonates with you, please take a moment to leave a comment. You're not alone. Your story might be the thing that helps someone else feel seen or take action. All right, let's dive into the first mistake. It's something so common, so automatic, you probably don't even think about it. Jumping out of bed right after waking up. Sound familiar? You open your eyes. The sun is shining, and your instinct is to get up and get going. But here's what you might not realize. Standing up too quickly in the morning can quietly put your brain at risk. Why? After sleeping, your blood pressure is lower. Your circulation slows down overnight. When you shift from lying to standing too fast, your brain can suddenly be deprived of oxygen-rich blood. It's called orthostatic hypotension, and it's surprisingly common, especially in older adults. You might feel lightheaded or a bit unsteady, maybe even like you're going to faint. But that little moment could be your brain saying, "Hey, I'm not getting what I need." For people with aging blood vessels, poor circulation, or high blood pressure, that quick transition can trigger a mini stroke or worse, a major one. So here's what to do instead. The moment you wake up, pause. Take 3 deep breaths. Wiggle your fingers and toes. Stretch your hands and feet. Then slowly sit up. Let your legs dangle off the side of the bed. Plant your feet on the floor. And take another breath before standing. All of this takes less than 2 minutes. But that gentle wake-up could be the thing that protects your brain long-term. Have you ever felt dizzy after getting up too fast? Share your experience in the comments. Someone else might be feeling the same way and not realize it's serious. Being careful doesn't mean being weak. It means being wise. Now, let's talk about the next mistake, one that almost everyone overlooks, even though your brain is begging for it every single morning. Can I share something simple but incredibly powerful that most people over 60 forget to do in the morning? Drink a glass of water. I know, it sounds too basic to matter. But after sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, your body wakes up already dehydrated. You haven't had anything to drink all night, but you've been losing water through breathing and sweating. And here's the part many people don't realize. Your brain is about 75% water. When you're dehydrated, it's one of the first places that feels it. Think about it. You're starting your day with thicker blood, slower circulation, and rising blood pressure, and that's before breakfast. For seniors, this is even more serious. Mild dehydration can reduce blood flow to the brain, raise your stroke risk, slow your reaction time, and make memory foggy. And if you're taking medications like diuretics, common for heart or blood pressure issues, you're losing even more fluids overnight without realizing it. That first glass of water, it does a lot. It thins your blood naturally, improves oxygen delivery to the brain, and gently wakes up your entire system. It's like opening a window and letting fresh air into a stuffy room, but inside your body. So before you take your meds, reach for coffee or eat breakfast. Drink 1 full glass of room temperature water. It takes less than a minute, but it primes your brain to function at its best all day. Is this already part of your morning routine? Or is it something you're thinking of starting tomorrow? Drop a comment below. Your small action might inspire someone else watching this right now. Alright, now let's talk about something that's hiding in plain sight. Breakfast. What's usually on your plate in the morning? Maybe it's cereal, maybe toast, maybe some scrambled eggs with cheese. Sounds normal, right? But many of the most common breakfast foods are loaded with hidden salt, and that can quietly harm your brain. Salt doesn't just come from the shaker. It's packed into processed breads, instant oats, frozen breakfast sandwiches, sausages, even so-called healthy cereals. And every morning your blood pressure naturally rises as your body gets going. If you combine that with a salty breakfast, it can overload your system, especially if you already have high blood pressure. Too much sodium stiffens your blood vessels and puts extra strain on the delicate capillaries in your brain. This increases the risk of stroke, memory loss, or even sudden confusion. But don't worry, you don't have to give up your favorite foods. Just make a few swaps. Instead of flavored instant oats, go for plain oatmeal and add some berries or unsalted nuts. Instead of salty sausage or cheese-heavy eggs, try a boiled egg with avocado or a slice of low-sodium toast. These simple shifts can cut your sodium by hundreds of milligrams without sacrificing taste. Experts recommend keeping breakfast under 300–400 milligrams of sodium, but many processed options exceed that in just 1 serving. And the tricky part? They don't even taste salty. So the next time you're prepping breakfast, check the label. Your brain will thank you. Have you made any low-sodium swaps that work for you? Share them in the comments. Your tip might help someone else build a better breakfast. Now, let's move to something millions rely on every morning: coffee. But when taken the wrong way, especially on an empty stomach, it could quietly be putting your brain at risk. Let's talk about coffee, because for so many of us, it's the first thing we reach for in the morning. That warm mug, that comforting smell, that little burst of energy. But if you're over 60, drinking coffee on an empty stomach might be doing more harm than you think. Here's why. Caffeine triggers a cascade of changes in your body. It spikes adrenaline, increases your heart rate, constricts your blood vessels, and all of this can lead to a sharp rise in blood pressure, especially if you haven't eaten yet. Now, if your arteries are already less flexible, which is common with age, that pressure surge can quietly damage your brain's delicate vessels. It can raise your risk for small strokes, abnormal heart rhythms, and cognitive decline over time. But don't worry, you don't need to give up coffee. It's all about timing and balance. Here's a better way to do it. First, drink a glass of water to rehydrate your body. Then have a light, brain-friendly breakfast, maybe a boiled egg, some fruit, or a slice of whole grain toast. Once you've done that, enjoy your coffee. Just 1 moderate cup is enough, not 3. And be mindful of creamers and sugars, which can trigger inflammation and energy crashes later on. Remember, coffee isn't the enemy. But if you're leaning on it heavily to fight fatigue, it may be a sign that something else like poor sleep or dehydration needs attention. What's your morning coffee habit? Have you found a routine that keeps you energized without overdoing it? Share it in the comments. Someone else might be wondering the same thing. And speaking of subtle signs, there's one more morning symptom that many seniors ignore, even though it could be the brain's first cry for help. Have you ever woken up feeling just off? Like your balance is shaky? Maybe your arm feels weak for a few minutes? Or your speech sounds a little slurred? It's easy to brush it off. I probably just slept wrong. But those quiet moments could be serious. They could be signs of reduced blood flow to the brain, a sharp shift in pressure, or even a mini-stroke, also known as a TIA, transient ischemic attack. TIAs are short. They last a few minutes and then fade. But they're major warnings. They often happen in the early morning when the body is adjusting from sleep. And they're one of the clearest signs that a full-blown stroke may be on the horizon. So what should you do if you feel off? Don't ignore it. Write it down. Track it. There are even simple apps that help seniors log symptoms and catch patterns early. And if something feels wrong even briefly, talk to your doctor. Don't wait until it's too late. Have you ever had one of those strange mornings where something felt off just for a minute? Drop a comment. Your story might help someone else recognize a warning before it's too late. Now let's talk about another habit many of us don't think twice about: how we take our morning medications. Because the when and how may be just as important as the pills themselves. How confident are you with your morning medications? Do you take them at the same time each day? With water? Or are there mornings where you forget, take them late, or maybe mix them up? You're not alone. Medication mistakes are one of the most common and overlooked risks to brain health in seniors. Here's why that matters. Many people over 60 are on medications for blood pressure, cholesterol, or blood thinning. These aren't just pills, they're your daily line of defense against stroke. And the way you take them, timing, dosage, even what you drink with them can make a major difference. Let's say you accidentally skip a dose. Your blood pressure might spike without warning. Or maybe you take a double dose, thinking you forgot. That can send your pressure too low or increase bleeding risk. Even small habits, like taking meds with coffee instead of water, or swallowing them without food when required, can reduce how well they work or cause unexpected side effects. But there are easy fixes. Use a pill organizer with morning, noon, and night sections. Set a phone alarm or ask your smart speaker to remind you. Keep your medications near something you do every morning, brushing your teeth or starting your coffee. And never change your dose on your own, even if you feel fine. These meds work quietly, behind the scenes, to protect your brain. Give them the chance to do their job right. Do you have a system that helps you stay on track? Maybe a reminder trick that works well for you? Share it in the comments. Your strategy might help someone else finally feel in control. Now, let's get a little personal and talk about one last morning habit that often gets ignored: going to the bathroom. Or rather, not going right away. Let me ask, do you ever wake up and just lie there holding it in? Maybe you scroll through your phone, check the weather, or wait until after your coffee? It might seem harmless, but delaying your first bathroom trip can quietly raise your stroke risk. Here's how. When your bladder gets full, your body starts to feel stress. That triggers a hormone response: cortisol and adrenaline flood in, raising your blood pressure and tightening your blood vessels. And if you already have high blood pressure or heart issues, that's a dangerous combination. A full bladder can also trigger abnormal heart rhythms, especially if you have underlying arrhythmia or valve issues. That means your heart is working harder than it should, and clots can form more easily. The fix? It's simple. When you wake up and feel the urge, go. Don't wait. Don't scroll. Don't delay. Treat it like your first act of self-care every day. No equipment, no medication, just listening to your body and responding to it. Have you ever gotten into the habit of waiting too long? Or did something help you realize it was better to go right away? Let us know in the comments. Your story could make someone else rethink a habit they didn't know was risky. Now that we've gone through all 7 of these subtle but powerful morning habits, let's take a step back. Because strokes rarely just happen. They build, slowly, silently. Through small choices we repeat every day, like skipping water, rushing out of bed, eating salty foods, ignoring warning signs, or holding in urine. These habits may seem small, but over time, they chip away at our brain health and our independence. The good news? You don't need to change everything at once. Start small. Pick one habit this week. Maybe it's drinking water before coffee. Maybe it's taking a breath before standing up. Just one shift can make a huge difference over time. And if this video gave you even one helpful insight, give it a like and share it with someone you care about. Let us know in the comments, which habit surprised you most? And which one are you ready to start changing? Don't forget to subscribe to Vital 365, where every video gives you simple, honest, science-backed tips to protect your brain and body every day. Your mornings matter. And so does your health.